What's up everyone, and welcome back to the 9th tutorial in this video series. In this video, we're going to talk about the pass statement. And so basically what they say right here is the pass statement does nothing. And then they show a couple examples here where it does nothing. But I want to write a little bit of my own program just to show exactly what it does. So we're going to start off with a list. I'm just going to name it list1. And then I'm going to make the first item a string that says junk. And then this one says trash. And then this one says useless. And then this one's going to say important thing. This is the thing that we're looking for. And so when we're looking for it, we're going to go through a for loop. And so I'm going to do for item in list1. I'm just going to iterate through. And then what I'm going to do is an if statement that does a comparison. And basically all this is saying is if the item that we pull equals important thing, then do this line of code. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it print. That's exactly what we were looking for. And then I'm going to do an else statement. And I'm going to use continue like we did before. And so if you look at this, what we expect it to do is it's going to iterate through the items. If the item equals important thing, it's going to print it out. If not, then it's just going to continue on to the next item. And then potentially after that, it's going to print out, I'm going to check the next item now. So after every item, it might do that. So let's test it out. So we see that it found the one item, and then once it printed out, I'm going to check the next item now. And so if we look at why it did that, the continue statement immediately pushes it to the next item. It doesn't allow any additional code to run after. So say we switch this for a pass, which is essentially do nothing, then we see it prints out all as we expect to, because instead of continuing on to the next line, it just does nothing. And so this is kind of valuable because you need something in all of your if-else statements. You can't just leave this blank. If I run this, it gives an error because it expects an indented block. So sometimes you might just have it print something useless, but it's actually best to just pass instead of doing that, because then you can just go ahead and it will run all the code correctly with no incorrect prints. That's going to cover it for today's tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're going to define functions, which are actually very valuable. It shows that we're doing a Fibonacci series like we did before, but this time we're doing a function where you can pass in the number that you want it to go up to instead of needing to change the code every single time.